Hello, strong people. Week 7, 8, 8. It's 8. Week 8, day 2 of Olympic City Pro-Am prep. Deadlift day. Deload week. So we have 10 sets of 2 at 385 to 425 with red bands. I don't know. There's not really much to say on deload days. Honestly, if you want to call them something else, you call them technique weeks. Because when the weight is lighter and you got to do a lot of sets, it gives you plenty of time to work on your form. Obviously, you should work on your form even when it's, a regular training day heavy week, like you don't want to get sloppy. But if someone doesn't quite feel right during like a regular week, this gives you a good time to work on it. So that's pretty much what I'm going to use today's deadlift day for. I want to make sure that I have this technique nailed. Foot placement, hand placement, hip height. There's a lot of stuff that goes into a deadlift. And whenever it's a deadlift off the floor, like a stiff bar off the floor, in this case an axle, the stiffest of the stiff bars, if anything's off, out of position on the floor, you're kind of screwing yourself because there's no whip to the bar. All that weight, you're picking it up immediately. When that bar leaves the ground, you are pulling all whatever's on the bar. So if your hips are too high or your brace is off, that's going to feel way heavier off the floor. And that's going to ruin your lockout as well. Because if your starting position sucks, your lockout probably sucks. I would know because my starting position was awful for a long time. And I will definitely not say that it's great right now, but it's way better than it has been in my opinion. And I think that's paying off with my lockouts. I haven't been doing too much hitching. I get the speed wobbles a lot where my hips bounce off the bar, my quads bounce off the bar. It's not intentional. I don't know. I'd have to slow down my deadlifts videos to see exactly why it's doing that. I don't know. There's probably someone, there's definitely someone smarter out there than me that can tell me why. But either way, today's going to give me a chance to feel out the deadlift again. And it's going to be, a little while because 10 sets of 2. I'm not going to take too long in between, a couple minutes rest max, hopefully. So we'll see. Let's just get it set up, get warmed up, and get into it. All right, so I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to actually mic up for these next few sets. Oh, my hamstrings are really tight. Stretched them out, but I should probably stretch them out a little bit more. They've been like that for a few weeks now, specifically the right one. I've noticed it on everything from log cleans. Well, I noticed it a lot on log cleans there, not last week, but the 2 weeks before because I was losing position. Pull myself forward, and I felt it on deadlifts too, so I don't know if it's affecting anything or not, but anytime you're like, that feels a little funky, it makes you wonder. Feels easy. It's just I'm really trying to focus on using my legs because the whole idea behind me moving my feet out and pointing my toes was so I could push a little bit more. That and use my hamstrings because there's a certain position like this way I have to lean back really far to use hamstrings. But I could use a lot of quads because it's kind of how I press. So I've noticed messing with my squat form and my overhead press form and kind of using them on my deadlift form has seemed to help my leg drive out a bit. At least in my mind. And I've been able to use my glutes and hamstrings a lot more, which is probably why they're tight so much. That's okay. It means I'm finally using them. Something I never realized until recently. I've always sucked off the line on moving events like farmers, yoke. Once I got going, I was good. But off the line, I was so slow. And there's some ways you can pick the implements. Like if you pick farmers in the back of the farmers will go up, the front will go down, it'll kind of pull you forward. A yoke you can kind of push and you can use that momentum. But regardless, I was still slow off the line. So what I've noticed is since I've been deadlifting this way, off the line, I'm getting a lot more hamstring drive, which I never realized was like how you got going. I never thought about it. Because essentially, what you're doing whenever you yoke and farmers is you're speed walking. And whenever you're stiff-legged, flat foot, you're using a lot of hamstring to finish that step. At least that's the way I think about it. I'm not like a kinesiologist or something, I don't know. But that's what I imagine. So I've noticed that I'm faster off the line than I used to be, which is good. Obviously, that's good. So I think it's improving more than just my deadlift, which I wasn't really expecting, but it's a pretty cool thing. Probably record one more set like this and then move on and just kind of speed through the next, because this will put me halfway, this next set. That was my 4th set there. Oh, I don't know if the mic picked that up, but my back just cracked a lot. Hamstring's definitely tight. I don't know. Kind of funky feeling. Once I'll get inside, I'll take the massage gun to it or something. It needs it. Or a heating pad or both. Heating pad, maybe loosen up the muscles. And then a massage gun to kind of unknot them, I guess. I don't know. I'm tired today. My body knows when it's a deload before it even happens, I swear. Which I guess makes sense. Because, you know, I've been doing it this way for years now. And it just makes sense. Huh. I just realized that I never updated my squat and bench PRs on my little chalkboard over here. I'm gonna have to do that. Because my best squat at one point was 540, which is bad, I know. And I got I'm not counting box squat, I'm counting like squat. I did a 600-pound squat right after nationals, I think it was. And it felt heavy, but it moved pretty well. It felt good, it just felt heavy. And on my bench, I hit that 455. That was right around when I hit the 600 squat too. And then I jumped to 500 because 455 felt really good. Needless to say, the video of me benching 500 is on this channel. It's one of my shorts, I believe. Didn't go that well. Bit of a mistake, probably overshot. Also, as you can read through some of the comments, they're like, you know, if you set the pins to the right height, you don't have to dump it like that. I know. I don't think you bench 500 pounds or close to it and don't know how to use the pins. I'm well aware. But I'm also stupid sometimes, and I just didn't think to do it. It's a mental thing sometimes. Sometimes I won't set safeties just because I'm like, I don't need them. I'm going to get this. And then I dump it, and I dump it 6 times further than I need to. You live and you learn, I suppose. All right, let's knock out set number 5. We'll be halfway done. Belt's fitting kind of tight today, a little bloated. Feels like I'm deadlifting. All right. You guys might see a couple more clips of deadlifts. I don't know yet. I have no idea what my accessories are for today, but probably nothing exciting. We'll see, though. All right. Well, I only recorded deadlifts. Had split squats and other stuff as usual, but I just didn't want to record them. I figured they wouldn't be very interesting. Not that deadlifts were probably all that interesting either, but it's just kind of one of those things where it's like, it's part of my routine, you know, deload week, so I'm going to record what I do for the most part. I don't know, nothing really special. I see, like, I'm in a couple forums online. There's like Facebook groups, just because it's kind of interesting to see what people ask. And I saw someone ask the other day if deload weeks are a necessity. And I think that's kind of a double-edged sword, because it depends how you train. Like, if you're a bodybuilder and you're not, you know, if you're into the slow, controlled movements, like one body part a day type of thing, then I don't know if you wouldn't need one, because by the time you get around to the next body part, it's probably good to go again. So you could probably go 7 days, you know, every day of the week, 7 days a week. Strength training? No way. In my opinion, you definitely need a deload week. Now, obviously, there's going to be people that probably disagree with me on that as well, because honestly, I think if you just reword deload to some other sort of name, like technique week, or I don't know. I think there are some people probably argue with it, but I think a deload week is pretty much necessary. I know I needed one this week, just because, you know, it's that transition into the final 4 weeks of prep where everything gets crazy heavy. Or if, you know, depending on the show. For this one, it's going to be crazy heavy, I'd imagine. But I definitely needed it going forward. It's kind of a good reset to the body. And I should be ready to go next week, hopefully. But I don't know. It seems weird to me to not deload. I don't know. That's about my only thoughts today. Not too much on my mind. I'm happy with how deadlifts went. That's about it, though. It felt good. Nothing really crazy happened. And just, you know, usual deload week stuff. So, well, I feel like I should have some sort of wisdom-y thing to say here at the end, but I really don't. Yeah, I don't know. Do your deloads, kids, or adults, or whoever's watching these. So, until next time, go out, get strong, stay strong, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.